Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I have another layout and it is using the Spencer's kit, April kit, and I had 3 add-ons. I'm just showing you some of the scraps that I'm going to be using. And this background, you can never have too much happy, which is on the side. That is going to be the title of my page. And I have the neon colors from Studio Calico. And I'm going to put them all over the page, but this black paper for some reason just soaks it all up. And I mean, in person you can actually see it, but not very much. And that background paper is from Glitz, and I just took the paper off to the side there to let it dry. And now I only have a couple of neon colors. I have a green one and an orange one, and actually the orange one you'll see in my haul that I got after I completed 50 layouts. I'm just waiting on an order or so for it to come in because everything I wanted wasn't at the same store, so I had to place different orders. But I'm keeping everything in a box, and then I'll do a haul. So I only have 2 neon colors, and I have an orange and a green. So I'm going to stamp all of them out. And I could have cut this out, but I left it in only because where everything's soaked into the page, you can't even tell it that there's neon colors. So with the rest of the papers, it just does not match whatsoever. So I'm going to stamp it out every sentiment, and that's an Ali Edwards stamp. And it is Fun in the Sun by Ali Edwards, and it's a Studio AE June 2013. I'm a member, and every month I just get the new stamp set. I love Ali's stamp. So while I'm doing that, I'm just going. This is layout 10 of 50 for the Facebook challenge, and I started over again. I completed 50 and then I started over again. And it took me an hour and 55 minutes to complete. And this is actually the 6th layout using the Spencer's kit. Now that black arrow paper, just checking to see here if I can find it. It is a basic gray knee-highs paper. And that yellow one is Cosmo Cricket. And it's called Summer Love, I believe. Yeah, Summer Love. And there's, on one side, it's all different sizes of circles. So I'm just going through and finding circle punches that match the size of circles. And then sometimes, even if it doesn't match, as long as it fits within that circle, I punched it anyway. And then it looked like it was meant to be that circle. So I'm going from 2 inches to 1 3/4 to 1 7/8 or 1 1/8, and just different sizes of circles. I guess one of them was even 7/8 of an inch. And that arrow paper is, or I guess the orange paper first, is from Basic Gray. And the arrow paper is from Tim & Beck. And just to let you know, one thing that I started, it won't be in tomorrow's layout, but the day after, I believe, is the first 2 minutes is not going to be sped up. I'm just going to give you all the materials that I think I may be using. Now, as you know, I always pull in some different stuff, so that it'll be easier for me to kind of put it in as the video goes, instead of a whole bunch, that's sped through like 45 seconds. So the first 2 minutes will be regular speed, and I'll just be telling you what the product is, and then it'll be fast forward like normal. So that paper is, I don't even know if I have a full sheet of that left. If I do, it's the second sheet. I love that paper. I love green. Green is my favorite color. Just going through. No, can't find it. But if you want to know what papers it is, you can just go to the Studio Calico site and then just look on the April kit. And oh, it's right here. Lily Bee Design Pinwheel Lime Reiki. So I'm going to go through the whole trouble of cutting out all these flags because at this point I'm still thinking that I want to go neon. But then as I put everything down, the only color that's even remotely close to neon is maybe that green. And even at that, it's not the same tone, so I decide against it. And these pictures were taken in Central Park, and like I said before, it was so hot. And we walked by this this guy that was selling hot dogs and all kinds of stuff, and he had these snow cones, and they were pre-made, and they were $3 or $4 a snow cone. They weren't cheap, but it was probably the best ones that they ever had because it was so packed in there because it was pre-made instead of just being all loose in there. So we got it for them quite a few times over the time that we were there because it was such a good value. So it helped them cool down because it was so hot, but it was so nice. I mean, we couldn't have asked for better weather while we were there. We didn't get rained out or anything, not one time. So it looks like I might have walked away at this point. Probably went to put a load of laundry on, or a lot of times after I've played with the baby for a bit, I'll just put him in his car seat and put him behind me and kind of chatting with him while I'm scrapbooking because he weighs almost 20 pounds and he's 5 months old. And I have a bad shoulder, so if I hold him for too long, my shoulder feels like it's going to break off. So I have to have a little break once in a while. So I put him in his car seat and he watches me scrap. And I chat with him while I scrapbook. So it looks like I walked away again. And I used some of that blue Lily Bee design. And it's the same as the green, the hello. It's just the reverse side of it. And I really love blue and green together. I really love that combination. And I just wanted to mimic sort of the snow cone because it was green, it was yellow, it was orange, it was all different colors. So that's where I was going with all the different colors. Plus, that was the reason for the circles too, because they were kind of round. So that kind of worked out. So I don't know if my video is just froze here or if I actually walked away. But while there's a delay there, someone asked me where I got the doilies, and I just want to let them know I got them at Studio Calico, and they're for $1. And they're not often there. And while I'm saying that, I totally forgot to check on, there's still time. I have till the 1st to check if there's any in stock so I could order some to come with my order. And another question was if I ever do 2-page spreads. I used to only do 2-page spreads. And I enjoy 2-page spreads, but I feel like when I do a 2-page spread, I need a sketch or something. I'm going to have to get over it and just do it. Plus, another problem that I had with 2-page spread is like you need a lot of photos. So a lot of stuff that I only had one photo of something, or those things, those memories or those events were not being scrapbooked. So I find ever since I started doing way more 1-page layouts, I'm getting more scrapbooking done because it doesn't matter if there's only one photo. And I don't find it's a waste. For me, scrapbooking, yes, it's leaving something, for my kids and all that stuff, but it's also a huge stress relief. I love scrapbooking. It just kind of when I scrapbook, it just kind of takes me to this other place, and I don't, think about anything. I don't think about work. I don't think about issues or anything. I just enjoy the process. So for me, it's so much more than just leaving something behind. It's actually like therapy almost. I really, really, really like it. So that was a couple questions that a few people had asked. And then I cut, while I was rambling, I cut a couple of pieces of that Tim and Beck arrow paper, and I put it on each side. And I don't like to waste paper, even though, I started off with 30 sheets. I do like to get a lot of pages done, so I just cut strips and I stick it in behind, and it just gives you the illusion that it goes all the way. So this is where I decide that, that those neon colors are just not doing it for this page. So I took out 3 colors from Hero Arts, navy, and butterbar. I guess I took out 4. And the green one and the orange one, and I can't, orange soda, and the green one is something Fields. And somebody else asked too where I got the Hero Arts shadow ink. They couldn't find them anywhere, and I've been trying to, because it'd be easier for me to reply to comments on my cell phone, because then no matter where I am, I can just answer back, but it won't let me. It keeps telling me that it's failure and it's not letting me. So I don't know what's going on with that, because if I could, I would definitely answer on, post on comments. Because then I could do it on my break at work and that kind of stuff, but it won't let me. So I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, you can get the Hero Arts inks at Simon Says Stamps and Custom Crops. No, well, I don't know if Custom Crops, but I got them at Simon Says Stamps and Studio Calico. And every time that I got my monthly kit, I would just get 1 or 2 inks. I have to say, Studio Calico, a lot of times they're out of stock, because it just seems that on the 27th they just sell out of everything. But Simon Says Stamps usually is pretty good at having them in stock, and they also have the neon. So then I like I said, I stamped it in 4 different colors, and then I put foam tape in behind, and the huge roll of foam tape is from Scotch, and I got that at Custom Crops. And then I went through my enamel dots, and the blue ones and the green ones are from Close to My Heart, and they're called Epoxy Bubbles. And the orange ones were from the kit. So I scattered them throughout the page, and then now I'm looking for some washi tape, and I went for my favorite washi tape from Alison Kreft, Webster's Page, and I got the stamp set for my birthday, and it's now one of my favorite stamp set. I'm using it all the time too. So now I went through my stash and got the heartwood veneers, and I'm going to put them in a few spots on the page, and the page keeps freezing up. So if you notice that I stop, it's because I'm not really sure at what point I'm at. So I took out some yellow twine, and I just kind of balled it up and put it in 3 spots. And then my battery died. And I didn't ink those up because I had done it at the beginning. So if you want to see some still pictures, 2Ps in Studio Calico, Nicole Jones 911. And that's it. The page is done. So thanks for watching. Bye.